We're looking for our 4th land. We're looking for Winota. Number 7. Oh, I didn't even realize. CGB. LOL. What a guy. Took me long enough to realize too, right? Hello, good game. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, ghouls and goblins. I really appreciate the time you're spending here with me today. If you could take a second to like the video, that would really help out myself and the channel. Within today's video, we match up against CGB, right? That's all you need to know. Next, cut to the gameplay. But we're going to continue on with our series of Tier 1 decks sure to help you reach Mythic this season. We took a look at Mono Red, we took a look at Mono White, and today we will be playing Boros Winota, breaking down borders, turn 4 wins, and one of the most broken cards that we've seen within Arena in a while, in my opinion, that has consistently escaped the ban hammer, which is incredible. So in the video, we'll break down the deck. Let's talk about the strategies, synergies, all of the playlines that you'll be looking for, and then we'll get into the actual gameplay, discuss the playlines that we can encounter, the interactions, so you can utilize the deck to its full effectiveness. Moving forward to our final thoughts and deck review, wrapping everything up, right? This is going to give you, the viewer, a good idea whether or not this deck is right for, your personal playstyle and, of course, your wildcard collection, right? So thank you. Let's get into it. If you guys are looking for any additional information within today's video, you can easily find it within my Linktree link, description below, or just give it a Google. Hello, good game, Linktree, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I'm calling the deck WIN-O-TADA, right? Because it's just like, well, it's a match and then boom, there's Winota, I win, let's go. 2.7 average mana value. Within the deck is 0 non-creatures and 36 creatures. We are 24 land in because we really want to curve in to that 4-drop consistently. That's the most important thing. 1-drop non-human, 2-drop non-human, 3-drop non-human, 4-drop Winota, pull Blade Historian, pull Kenrith, pull Elite Spellbinder, right? These are the go-tos that we want, and that's going to give you lethal on turn 4, which is really cool. For anybody who's unfamiliar with the deck, I'm going to break it down a little bit more in depth for you. Winota, Joiner of Forces, is a 4/4. Whenever a non-human creature you control attacks, look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may put a non-human creature card, you may put a human creature card from among them into the battlefield, tapped and attacking. It gains indestructible until the end of turn. Of course, you'll put the rest of the cards on the bottom of your library in a random order that you don't put on the battlefield, right? So we're attacking with non-humans to trigger it and then pulling humans out from our library, which is really nice. Like I mentioned, the most notable things we're looking to pull out will be the Blade Historian for 4 mana as well. 2 power, 3 toughness, attacking creatures you control have double strike. That's going to give everybody double strike. What's better than just double strike? Well, trample, and we gain that through Kenrith, the Return King, for 5 mana, 5 power, 5 toughness, and for 1 additional red mana, all creatures gain trample and haste until the end of turn, which is really quite satisfactory, and we can even dump some extra mana into it for 3 to gain 5 life if we get into an aggro matchup, which is really nice as well. And finally, we have 3 copies of the Elite Spellbinder. This is great because it has flying, and if it gets double strike, perfect. It's going to deal 6 damage, a 3/1 with flying. When it enters the battlefield, an opponent reveals their hand to you. You may exile a non-land card from it. As long as that card remains exiled, they can play it with the additional cost of 2 extra non-generic mana, or generic mana, right? Which is really nice, right? So that is kind of what we're looking to do with the top end of the deck. Early game, we're stacking non-humans. Some of the most notable: Selfless Savior. 1/1, we can sacrifice it to give another target creature we control indestructible until the end of turn. This is great because our opponent will want to remove Winota as soon as we play it, right? They're going to hold up the removal. They know we're playing this deck, so they're like, I'm hitting Winota on turn 4, not with Selfless Savior on play, you're not. So that's going to protect you. And we also have Alseid's Bounty. A similar thing here. 1/1 with lifelink, we can pay 1 instead of, just doing it for free, which is, a little bit of a bummer, but it gives protection from the color of our choice until the end of turn. Now, this is really nice because, yeah, we can use it defensively. We can also use it offensively if our opponent only has 1 color of blockers, which is really nice. 2 copies of Usher of the Fallen, a 2/1 with Boast for 2 to create a 1/1 white human warrior. It's a human, which isn't great, but it's still pretty good value, and it's a 2/1, which, you know, if you put Double Strike and Trample on it, all right, I'll allow it. And then 4 copies of Professor of Symbology, 2/1 when it enters the battlefield, learn. That's where we get into our sideboard, filled with lessons. Whether we need a land, we'll take Environmental Sciences, grab a land, gain 2 life, shuffle. We have Start from Scratch, destroy artifact or deal 1 damage to any target. Spirit Summoning, create a 3/2 token, reduce to memory. Exile target non-land permanent, its controller creates a 3/2. Academic Probation, choose 1, choose non-land card name. Opponents can't cast spells with the chosen name until the end of their next turn. And then choose target non-land permanent until your next turn. It can't attack or block, and its activated abilities can't be activated, right? So that's really nice if we have foresight of our opponent's hand through the Spellbinder. And then Inkling Summoning, a 2/1 token with flying, which is nice as well. So a lot of non-humans. We can grab the land to make sure we do hit Winota on time. And then we've got, a little bit of defensive plays through Academic Probation, Reduce to Memory, and Start from Scratch. Moving on, we have more defensive plays through Skyclave Apparition. A, this is non-human, and B, it opens up the field for you. It's a 2/2 for 3. When it enters the battlefield, exile up to 1 target non-land, non-token permanent you don't control with mana value 4 or less. When it leaves the battlefield, they get an XX blue illusion creature token equal to that card's converted mana cost, right? And of course, 4 copies of Bonecrusher Giant, another non-human, for 3. Whenever it's the target of a spell, deal 2 damage to that spell's controller. Stomp for 2, damage can't be prevented, deal 2 damage to any target, which is really nice. We've got the pathways, we've got the snarls because it is a quick deck, utilizing some of that red mana for certain things. And, I really like it. I think it performs fairly well, matching up against some of the best players in the world today, which is pretty cool. And, having a great time doing it, showcasing to you guys, the audience, some of the tier 1 meta decks that you can use to climb into Mythic, just like us, right? We're no different than you. You get all my matches with the great plays, the misplays, because it's a learning process, not only for myself, but for all of the viewers, right? So I would be doing a disservice if I didn't include the blooper reel. So, amazing video. Shout out to CGB for the great match. I hope you guys enjoy. And we'll be back to wrap up with our final thoughts and deck review. If you have any comments or questions, leave them down below and we'll be sure to get to you. Peace! This hand is actually quite tricky. We have 2 land, 1 non-human, but then 3 humans and a Winota. So we need both lands and non-humans to draw. If we draw more humans, this hand is dead. Probably going to mulligan it just for a safety net. And I think this is better. We can toss the Spellbinder and then just, try to top deck Savior, Life's Bounty, maybe even the Spirit, right? We're going first as well, so I like that. We don't need to reveal this, but it also doesn't really matter. Okay, mono red, burr, right? We do have Bonecrusher Giant Stomp here. Fireblades, non-threatening. 2 of them, wow. So let's Stomp the champion. It has haste, so it would be hitting this turn. These chargers are not. And maybe we just throw up the wall and try to exile their Annex. We also just have a Blade Historian in hand as well, right? So that's not such a bad thing. We just get in the way, take 2 damage here. They do get the kill, and they deal an additional damage for down to 17. 3rd freaking charger. Wow. Our opponent is sending it deep, right? We definitely want to exile the Giant. Nah, frigate. Frigate, Randy. Play 2 non-humans, we can Winota next turn. I think that would be better than just exiling the Giant and trying to play that standard match, tit for tat, if you will. So here's Giant in play, that's fine. This attack really sucks, but hey, sometimes you gotta go big to get paid. There we go. We don't have the mana for it. Another Winota attacking is great. There's no double strike. But like Kenrith against a mono red deck is like GG's, RIPs, EZs. And they're already down to 9. We're at 17 here. We've got, you know, 5 life for 3 mana as a repeatable offense. That Torbrand is going to help swing things around, but luckily for us, that blue creature doesn't benefit from it, and, you know, let's just send him to Pound Town. These are both humans, so we don't really get anything, but the double strike is just uncontendable. I'm not entirely sure about this previous win rate. That is the right person, but this is our first match with this deck. But regardless, we're going to get after it, play a few more. Alrighty, our opponent goes first. Hand's not looking bad. Turn 1 Selfless Savior is just, you know, so amazing. A double Molly, triple Molly. This could be a free match. Quadruple Molly. Now, that is interesting. This has just 100% got to be Tybalt's Trickery, right? Professor, go! We don't really have anything to mess with that. I would almost just like to guarantee find the land. Or we spellbind their Trickery. Maybe that's our best decision, right? And then just like take out that one chance that they thought they had. But it could come down here. Right, like they could even beat us to it. Yeah, they do. Shoot. And how does that pay off for them? Hopefully not at all. They get an Ugin. So we can contend against this Ugin, right? It's not the end of the world, but it is very, very good. So we're going to see a -2. I actually don't know if we can contend with Ugin. I'm going to be honest. Let's just keep it in our grave. Not that it really matters at all. Oh, gosh. So we Professor learn for Ugin Exile, which I believe we have. No, we do not. Not in this version. Whoops. We play a second creature to keep, you know, it minusing instead of plussing. There is that one lesson that turns anything into a 3/2. And that's what we should have had in our sideboard here. Free friggin' damage. I don't think we'll make it out of this. Second in hand. Irrelevant. Yeah. There's just no keeping up to it. One creature out. And one stomp. But now we get hit with a -1. But the -1's better than a +2, right? I guess. I don't know. I'm not sure we're able to wiggle our way out of this. It's like being trapped in a wet bag. They still continue to plus. It's a smart move, I think. Wow, we need to get lucky. I mean, it's a bit. It's to the point where they can't minus on Winota. That's a huge help. They +2, we can hit it. 5/5 Serpent. Are you freaking kidding me? Just perfectly. Oh my god! We can destroy it though. We've got this. Destroy target artifact. We pulled this from our sideboard earlier. Savior! The Savior is here! Wow. Sloppy. But we get it. Now let's apply as much pressure as we can. That Ugin's worth 10 as well. Oh, another Serpent. Yeah. Yeah. Just deal with it, bro. Nothing in their hand, but, you know, double strike 3/1 is pretty cool. It has reach. It decides to take the grounder. It's not human, right? Whew. We are down to 5. I think we've got this. They can't attack. Playing defensively is really awkward as well, just because of the flyer. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't know how we made it through this. Crazy stuff. I think that's lethal. We go all in, correct? Yeah. Yeah. That's all right. We'll take it. You know, 2 in a row here. I don't know what was up. Sometimes Arena Assistant is a little wacky, but hey, it's okay. We'll continue to get the wins either way. All right. We're into our next match. A little slow on the trigger here, but we'll get after it. Our opponent has played a Yorion with a Soul Guide Lantern, which doesn't affect our deck. It is a little awkward, though, so... We're looking for our 4th land. We're looking for Winota. Number 7. Oh, I didn't even realize. CGB. LOL. What a guy. Took me long enough to realize, too, right? So, they're definitely playing a control deck. As long as they don't get a field wipe, we might be okay. Yorion over. That's okay. Should we toss something? Probably not. If only we had Winota in hand, right? We have Indestructible and Protection. Doesn't feel great. Of course, they're assuming we do have Winota in hand. Right, you have to assume the worst. But they also know that we have protection for it within the Savior. So we have a Simulacrum come out, and basically they're just praying that we don't have it. Which we don't. Certainly wish we did. Let's grab it with an Exile, just so they don't get the draw from it. And then it's still a decent hit, down to 8. We have 4 damage in hand. Whoa. A little awkward, I don't know. And what are they playing? Boros Control? So they paid... not the full amount for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They did. Okay, so let's protect the Apparition and the Fallen. Destroy All still gets us. Let's end our turn. We're getting really lucky with these Bonecrushers. But we can only cast 2 this turn. We'll let them interact with our Skyclave first. First Giant goes out with its Stomp. They must have something. Second goes out. Pretty nervous. And then we have the Apparition to hit, potentially, which I assume they have removal on it. Whew. I'm gonna have a heart attack, you guys. Nervous! They gain 3 life here. Oh my gosh, nice. So that throws a wrench into our plans, right? Ah. I think we had our chance. We might have missed it. That Lorehold Command. Sexy. That is a nice card. I mean, we have 2 damage in hand. Plus we can give protection. But they have, you know, a red and white and a blue. So the protection doesn't really work for us the way we want it to. Elspeth gains life as well. Are you freaking kidding me, Randy? They make the tokens. You know, white and blue still on the field for them. If we grab another Alseid with Life's Bounty, we can protect from blue and white. Fairly interested here. I'm hoping they attack with the blue creature, because we only have 1 protection. It's confirmed. No blocks. Nice. Scorching Dragonfire, just the perfect card there for them. With only 4 lands, it really hurts us because we can't double drop, right? And they have the gain 5 life. Let's just see what, you know, is cooking. They might be overconfident, not blocked. They got the damage. Doesn't seem like the case, though. Let's grab some flying. The natural evasion's really good. And it's just Yorion and land. They can still play Yorion for 7. That's fine. They've got 8 mana. It keeps them from playing Yorion and cycling. We're most worried about Elspeth gaining life, right? No blocks. Hey, down to 7. Alseid does gain 5 life. That's so freaking good. So good. Nice. Okay. Pass our turn. You know, Yorion's going to be a pain to deal with. Nice. Good game. Oh! Ugin! Why are you doing this to me? Very, very good game. You love to see it, folks. HGG versus CGB. Cutting down our rank. Can you believe it? All right, you guys. That's it. That's all the energy I have for a match. I'm still shaking. What a guy. A legend. Oh my gosh. One day we'll attain that level of glory. Lurrus with some aggressive mulligans. I'll allow it. Hopefully it's Cycling and not a rogue deck! Hello. Good game. Okay, I think it is cycling. Yes. That fox is so annoying though, right? Let's just take care of it. Without that giant, we're screwed, right? Giant or Skyclave Apparition. Those are our 2 outs against that fox. Healer, don't care about. Giant's more expensive than the Professor. Pass our turn. We're really just looking for Winota, and if we can't, we're just going to double strike this Bonecrusher over and over and over. We don't want them to get the Valiant Rescuer, because the tokens annoy us. Their name really lives up to it as well, right? Let's go wide first real quick. We never know if the 1 damage might be needed. Tokens are probably better. So we have a nice throwdown next turn with all the double strike. Kind of banking on it, not going right for the Blade Historian, which is still good, but this will be better, right? Especially if there's no Rescuer in play with some tokens. And it doesn't appear that there will be. You know, they're doing a fair bit of chip damage, gaining that life as well. 5 cycles in grave so far. 6. Doing a really nice job with these Draeniths. Whew, I'm still trying to relax after that last match. Oh, deep breaths. I honestly don't mind losing the Savior. Let's go! And now their damage output is reduced, and they're down to 4 life. So it doesn't even matter if they flare us. We're going to chop through it. They'll gain 7 life. They kill the Blade Historian as well. Not even us. Little do they know. That's going to be a scoop the moment we play it. It's the equivalent of CGB playing Ugin on us. It's just like... That's the last straw. And that, quite literally, is the last straw. That's not bad. Not too shabby. Let's play one more. Going first. Not too shabby. There's no need to snarl out of the gate. Actually, there is. Unless we want to play this as a white source, which we might. Who cares? Just little things, right? Okay. We finally, I think, have almost collected ourselves. This is a really good trade for them, actually. Because they'll get to kill both of these, right? That's a very good trade for them. But we have nothing else to spend our mana on. So it just goes through. Can we get Kenny out? Can we do it? Get in their hands, see what's cooking. They want to stomp this as soon as it enters play. Which they can, because that's going into their hand, I believe goes on the stack. Burr! We are listening to Hot Chip, Jarvis, Crooker, and MYD. Spellbinder's gone, but we do get to see this hand. Not proud of it. Just is what it is. They get a 3-3, which is basically just as annoying as a 4-3. It's not red, so Torbrand won't trigger it, but... Ooh! It's definitely not good. What? So we definitely... Because they have mana to kill Kenny. So we pull that first. I'm surprised they didn't just Faceless Haven that and save it. But, regardless, problem dealt with. Now we have a 5-5 that will be with Double Strike and Trample. Unless they remove it. No blocks, obviously, because the Frostbite is so annoying. Let's get after it. These are big hits. 14 damage if left unblocked. They should definitely kill the Blade Historian. They do. That's a misplay on my behalf. They should double block that too. Definitely my bad. We H'd that up. I don't know what I was thinking of. I was like, Blade Historian can't be killed by Frostbite. It doesn't do enough damage. Oh! Okay, we definitely barked up. Getting whooped up here. Big ouchies. Kenny could save us. As long as they don't draw land. No, they even do get it because they have Faceless Haven. Good game. Ah! Ah! No! Alright, alright. I see how it is. I see how it is. The Winota luck continues, right? I love this deck. I know it's a very, very good deck, and it does perform over time. However, there's like a little bit of a curse between me and Winota. She, like, I think she's cute, right? Look at this girl. She's got it going on. She's got her stuff together. You know, a leader of society. But she just doesn't seem to appreciate me in the same demeanor. And like, It's fine. I get it. I can handle it. So you guys have better luck. I hope you enjoy Winota. It's so hard for me to connect. Like, I can normally just win the matches without Winota, right? Sometimes. Sometimes they are a huge struggle. The percentage, I would love, and that's the kind of the numbers I want to know. What is the mathematical percentage of, you know, dropping Winota turn 4 with at least 2 non-human attackers? I would love just to have that percentage in my brain, at least as a measure of self-confidence, where it's like, okay, the numbers say you can at least get it 40% of the time. Now you can quit focusing on it being 20% and improve your outlook. I don't know. I like the deck. You know, I think it's really good. I feel like it's missing just a little something. I'm not entirely sure what it is, but regardless, this is definitely a deck that you can use to what I call brute force your way up the ladder. You know, just the quick repetition of fast matches, right? A 5-minute match that you can do 20 times, 30 times a day may sometimes outweigh some of those longer matches with a potentially higher win rate. So, you know, if this is running at a 60% win rate at a 5-minute match, it may over time outweigh a 70% win rate with 40-minute matches. You know what I mean, right? Especially when you're not in the percentages yet and you are still in, you know, the diamond tier and the platinum tiers, right? Getting those the clicks or the notches up your rank. I don't know. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. Have a magical day. Watch another video on me, and we'll see you soon in the next.